CHICKEN. Use the code chicken in the shop. CHICKEN.
Guys, the Chickens here, back today with another Boom Beach video. In today's video, guys, we got some pretty huge unlocks over on the Warships base. Also, big shout out to everyone using the code Chicken in the shop, guys. I do appreciate it. We'll do giveaways, blah blah blah. You know the drill. All right, so big stuff on Warships today. Now, I actually went down in rank a little bit towards the end of farming up enough keys to get the 6th engine. I don't know. I just kind of hit a rough patch there, but that's what it is. You know, it's up and down, then it'll be up and then down and way up. But what we're doing next is, my plan hasn't changed. We're going to get the artillery. Over here we have another prototype, but what we want to get as quickly as possible is going to be the cryo bombers. Unfortunately, it's not going to be until tomorrow. So what I want to do is I want to make sure. Now, the thing is that the cryo bombers aren't going to be that expensive to max out, so let's pour some points into artillery. We're not going to have enough to max it out, but let's get it at least to rank 4, and then we'll have plenty left to take down the cryo bombers. So at 6 engines, they have 75,000 health, which is going to be 7 barrage, or you know, it's a lot of GBE to take it down with barrage and artillery. So we'll take a quick peek at what the rank 4 artillery does. It does 6k. So it's expensive. It's expensive. It's not a BART meta by any means. It'll help, sure, but I'm more interested to save up and get to the cryo bombers next. So that's gonna be the next plan. And oh, look at this! We got a gift. We got a gift, guys. We finally went against a 5-engine base as a 6-engine base. That is exactly what we wanted. So all we got to do here, if you find yourself in this position as well, is make sure that we have enough. Just make sure that we clear the base. That's really the only thing that matters. But we got extra tools here. So we can do things like this. We can barrage and artillery a doom cannon. That's going to be a little bit more value. If the stupid scorchers could take it down. There we go. Okay. This is not looking good. Uh-oh, uh-oh. I'm not going to bother shocking there because I have no scorchers left. Let's go like this. Maybe this was not a gift. The thing with 6 engines too is they're so spread out. I gotta turn the volume down a little bit. They're so spread out that oh man, they're so spread out. It's not that hard to take down the base because they're, you know, 5 engines are still pretty clustered. So you're not hitting them with basically everything you got versus at 5 ERs you kind of are. Ah, we just missed that shock bomb. We needed that one. Opponent has retreated, but we've taken down the same amount of engine rooms. And he's probably got more buildings to pick off, too. That's not going to be enough. Alright, we want to retreat as quickly as possible. This could go either way. Woo! Now let's take a look and see what he did on our base and just see how it holds up. So here's my initial 6-engine base. Oh, he went with Seekers. It's not by any means the best base. I wouldn't recommend just outright copying this one, but I wanted to try some things up. Where the engine rooms are, that's essentially what you want to do for 6 ERs. But I actually went with a grappler and a doom cannon. I switched both my prototypes up again. And it's just to you know, pull in scorchers, pull in heavies, make the cryo bombers naked. You see, I've got here, I've got 4 packs of mines, kind of where I think the cryo bombers are going to stand. That's the idea. Ooh, that's a gross log. Don't look at that. Not as nice as yesterday's log, that's for sure. Yeah, and the idea there is just take out crowd bombers. It's kind of an anti-bomber base more so than an anti, I don't know, Scorcher or Seeker base. So let's get into another one here and see how we do, guys. You see what I mean? Like, that is kind of the engine layout, so we want to be using some kind of variant of that. Now, what would probably be better at 6ER would be critter cannons. So we don't have those, but I think I'm just going to stick with... we're going to stick with this for right now. 1, 2, 3, 4 bullet. And we'll go Zookas right in here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my extra GBE on... I'm going to let them farm up here at first. Because we know it's going to take longer, right? We know this attack's going to take longer, so I'm not necessarily worried about that. What I want to do is just make sure that the Doom Cannon is out of the way. We have enough shocks for the shock launchers. They aren't ruining us too badly. And we just want to we want to try to clear everything. We want to try to clear the base fully. So that's the idea. So let's go 1, 2, 1, 2. Is that going to be enough? I think it's a little bit cheaper. Maybe it's, I don't know. It's about the same. So what is it? 3, 5, and 3, 5, and 7 GBE. It's a little bit cheaper than 3 Barrage, I guess. Not by a massive amount or anything, but worth doing. Let's shock the shock launcher so we can get our Scorcher up and into the business. Now, I don't care about any of that stuff on the right. Actually, what I'm going to do is take out the Scorcher first. Or, sorry, this shock launcher first. And then we're just going to go ahead and move over to this right side. Because I'm not worried about those 3 defenses. I'm just worried about engine rooms. Obviously. And we're looking okay here, guys. We're looking okay. So you see what I mean about this base being so spread out? It's a little bit easier to take down. Mistake I just made there was we should have flared onto those engine rooms so much earlier. Okay, 56. 1, 2. I think we are going to lose this one. But I think we put up an okay fight. What we could probably do next time is maybe bring in another Botazuka, seeing as how... or split up the Scorchers a little bit, seeing as how they weren't taking crazy amounts of damage. I think a couple little tweaks and we'll be okay. Either way, we got our next chest, which is nice. 900k, that's not going to be enough to max out artillery, I don't think. Yeah, once 1.2. So we're just going to save up. I mean, we'll get the crowd bombers in the next chest. It's not going to be until tomorrow, but yeah, let's do one more attack here, guys, before we sign off. See if we can clean some things up and get rock and rolling, clucking, and ducking towards our 6th engine. Camera's out of focus. Woo! Okay, there we go. Alright, we got a Doom Cannon in the center. Shock Blaster down there. Let's actually go at this one from way up here. Yeah, let's go at this one up this way, guys. Okay. So yeah, the idea of going from the top is hopefully we can GB out that Doom Cannon before we go down there. Should be pretty easy. Everyone's running pretty well the same amount of ice here, so that's not really a big deal. I guess it's 2 barrage and 3 artillery. I'm not sure if the math works out on that, if it's actually worth doing, but 357, it's not that expensive, so who cares? And so we lost 1 Scorcher up there. I'm not sure how. Bullets going way over to the right. We'll use Shock Knuckles there because why not? And now we're going to start to use our GB. So what we might be able to do is get Bullet to tank for that Shock Blaster. That would be good. Let's actually keep that Zuka alive for the cost of 1 medkit. I think that's worth it. And we'll shock over here. Zuka's gonna go down. Should be okay. And let's keep all this stuff down here in the corner. Bullet's actually doing work up there. Oh my god. It's worth ranking up Bullet if you haven't done that yet, guys. 1, 2. Uh-oh. Okay, there we go. Now we gotta be ready to let's actually flare it now. I think that's gonna go down with the residual flame damage. There we go. That was actually a little bit slower, but I mean, it looks like this guy's taking his time on our base as well. Critter cannon. So yeah, I think it's gonna be, you know, it's going to be at 6 engines. Kind of what we've been seeing, but just a different base style. More defenses, slower attacks, things like that. Guys, make sure to let me know down below in the comments what you're doing around 6 ERs. And I hope that's able to help you out a little bit. And yeah, guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. That is going to wrap up the video today. Make sure to leave a like if you found it interesting, entertaining, or informative. And we'll see you next one, guys. Check it out. Back.